Isabel's outline goes fuzzy the moment she sets foot into the elevator. A loud, rhythmic whooshing sound dominates the low end of your PDA speakers. It sounds a bit like the rotors of a helicopter. Heads up, Isabel, we're getting a lot of interference here. An elf in his mid-20s steps aside to let Isabel at the floor's selector panel. He looks wired, jittery, stimmed to the gills most likely. There's no telling how long it's been since he's gotten a wink of sleep. Isabel punches the button for the ground floor. Working the show, huh? That has to be hard. The elf smiles down on Isabel, his expression affable. I feel tempted to blow off work and go check out the kiosk, maybe take in a panel or two. Yeah, it's tough all night. I wish that I could just drop everything and explore. This Decker stuff isn't really my cup of tea, I'm just here to work. Who says that I haven't? I don't want to talk to him? I really want to just, like, be unnoticed, right? This Decker stuff isn't really my cup of tea, I'm just here to work. She starts in, repeating her words with forced sincerity. This Decker stuff isn't really my... She falls silent. You can see her staring at the man's VIP badge. Isabel, what's wrong? Just say what I tell you, Isabel. Don't go off the script. Her eyes remain locked on the man's badge. If she heard what you said, she's ignoring you. Kind Ding, huh? That's an interesting street name. Been digging under it long? Oh, is that Rhombus? A couple of years now, he smiles. Longer than anyone else is used to handle. I don't know what you're doing, but be careful. If she heard you, she doesn't acknowledge it. I know who you are. You're the one who shut down the Kowloon City power grid 6 months ago. What are you doing, Isabel? What are you doing, Isabel? I know who you are. You're the one who shut down the Kowloon City power grid 6 months ago. He clears his throat. Yeah, that was me. Let's just keep that between ourselves, though, alright? That little stunt screwed over a lot of local deckers. Her voice is soft, but you can detect a definite undertone of hostility. A couple of them soaked up nasty hits of dump shock because of it. You wrecked the grid while they were jacked into the home machines. My team was in a bind. They needed a power outage right then and there, or they were cooked, so I gave them one. It was the best solution in a bad situation. Let's leave it at that. An icy silence descends on the elevator car. A few seconds later, Isabel pierces it. There was this Decker. She lived out in Hioi, called herself Spinster. She was a good person. Now she's in the ground. She never came back out of the coma that your stunt put her into. Another long pause. Slowly, Ding extends his hand towards the emergency brake. Isabel, do you want to go loud? Because that's where this road takes us. Step out of it, just we're now here for this guy and we can't afford to start shooting yet. She balls her hands into fists. You can read the tension in her body language. She's biting her tongue. At least that's what I heard. Ha ha ha, I'm just a caterer, I'm not a decker myself. Smooth. Real smooth, Isabel. Real smooth. He stares down at Isabel. The smile has vanished from his face. Yeah, sure you've not. You've come to get me, haven't you? To take revenge for your friend. Did her people put out a contract on me? Is that it? Say, I'm not a decker, honest. I'm just a caterer who spends way too much time looking on the Shadowrun's BBS. Say, yes, I took the contract, but I decided not to go through with it. When the elevator stops, walk away and don't look back. Tell them I was just pulling your leg. There was no Spinster, you didn't kill anybody. I'm gonna go for this one? I don't know how I'm supposed to get out of this. But if I like obviously like he's already suspicious. If I go against his suspicions, he's gonna be more suspicious, right? So I kind of have to play with it. Yes, I took the contract, but I decided not. Abruptly, the connection cuts to static. Well, this isn't good. The static pops and hisses for 10 seconds, 20. Finally, the picture wobbles back into view. Kind thing is in mid-sentence, practically frothing with rage. Did what I had to. If you were in my position, you would have done the same if you were in my position, you'd have done the same if you'd gotten them killed. You'd have done the same if you'd have gotten them killed. Oh, he's got his team killed. He's shouting, the sound of it reverberates in the cramped confines of the elevator car. There's no third way out of that. There was no third way out of that scenario. Isobel starts to respond. The anger is clear in her tone. I would not have Isobel stop. Listen to me. She stops short. What? You're crazy, an insane person, and when I get out of this elevator, I'm going to the hotel's security office. If you go to the... But if you go to the security, we can out you. Apologize to him, and sounds like you mean it. That's the only way we're gonna get out of this now. To hell with it, tell him that he's a dead man. Tell him you with the yellow lotus. Tell him to chill out, get a grip, pal. You're losing your cool over nothing. Apologize to him? I don't know. I don't know what's going on now. You hear the dull, grating sound of grinding teeth. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. I just get upset sometimes. You're damn right I'm offended. You came at me like a crazy person. Static, the comms have cut out again. Alright, this is getting old. As quickly as it went, the picture flickers back to your PDA screen. Kind thing looks calmer now. The elevator is descending. Remember what we discussed. You keep your cool and this turns out well for both of us. We live and let live. Understood? What'd you do, Isabel? Yes, I didn't want any trouble from you in the first place. I'm just glad that it was all a misunderstanding. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'll be happy if this is the last I ever see of you. The feeling is mutual. The car finally slides to a halt and the elevator doors slide open. The other decker doesn't get off. Enjoy the rest of the show. Now get a move on, Isabel. What was that about? I don't know that... Oh my god. What are those guys? That sequence was unsatisfying for me, like... The hallway ahead is blocked by a trio of struggling bodies. A blackout drunk troll hangs slung between a pair of cursing security guards, one male and one female. As you watch, they struggle valiantly to drag her down the hallway. The troll's voice comes out in an inebriated roar. Unhand me, you fools! The older of the two guards, a middle-aged man with a pompadour haircut, struggles with all his might to keep the prisoner's flailing arms constrained. Don't let her go, Ho Ye. She has the strength of 10 men. Yes, sir. You recognize her as the guard who was standing by the employee entrance on the show floor. How she got roped into troll hauling duty is anyone's guess. She was standing by the employee entrance on the show floor, but we didn't see her. The security captain locks eyes with Isobel. He barks out an order. Clear the hall! Well, let's clear the hall. Alright, say nothing. With an exaggerated motion, the troll swings her head towards Isobel. You, dwarf girl, help me. These... She hiccups mightily. The sound reverberates in your ears. These dragheads want me to leave because I'm a troll. What's happening here? None of your business. You're not even hotel staff. You shouldn't be back here at all. He hugs the troll's left arm to his chest with all of his strength, desperately trying to weigh her down. She lifts his feet a few inches off the floor, then slams him back down. He lets out an audible whimper. Uh-oh. Now clear the way and report to your manager. Quit fighting me, damn it, before I talk to him for you. The former door guard stares at Isabel. Recognition dawns on her face. Hey, I remember you. You said that you had to meet some caterers up on 6. What are you doing down here? To get socialized. Sorry, I had to get more fuel canisters for the chafing dishes. Okay, say I was just checking to see if anybody down here wanted a drink. Just checking to see if anyone needed a drink. You, want a mojito? The man strains against the troll's drunken efforts. His brow is beaded with sweat. You shouldn't hold still, be here. Not even to offer drinks. The troll looks down on Isabel and issues a mush-mouthed plea. Ignore these pigs and help me. I'll take the runt on the left, you take the right. The troll bucks against the guard's grasp, nearly breaking away from them. They double down on their attempts to hold her. Isabel stares into the PDA. She looks irritated. To hell with this. It's a waste of time, and we've got a schedule to keep. A hand moves towards the weapon. What do you mean, what schedule? Why can't I use any of these options? The catering schedule, we're serving dessert in 15 minutes. City misspoke. Quick, what rhymes with schedule? To hell with it, light them up. Yeah, no, don't light them up. What rhymes with schedule? Oh screw it. Without another word, she goes for her gun. The security guards recoil in disbelief, and the drunken troll seizes the moment to break their grip. She lets out a yelp of exultation. Are you why? I am unsatisfied with this sequence. The guy just tells you to clear out of the way. Why don't you just clear out? Why do you have to why did this conversation continue? Right? The guy just says, hey, get out of here. So just get out of here. A deafening crackle of static from the intercom system draws the attention of everyone on the show floor. A second later, you hear the security captain's voice in glorious stereo. The intercom sounding in one ear and your PDA's earpiece in the other. Oh shit, take her down. Take them both down. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. The store appears to be made of hollow core pine, a rarity in modern-day Hong Kong. It wouldn't take much effort to knock it off its hinges. An alarm system has been linked into the doorway, but the building alarms are already blaring. Kicking the door down now won't make much of a difference. Alright, kick it down. Really? There's a whole lot of guards. Oh, the door closes behind us? Or at least there's that. Isabel, they're behind cover. And my aim is crap. 62, 77. Well, 77 apparently. Oh, Jesus. Well, the troll's pretty good at this, at least. I can man up all the two of them. They've got a lot of health, huh? What am I doing? Oh, that's good. 47. What are we doing here? Beanbag shot, full auto, 2 moves. I'm behind cover, by the way. I'm a dwarf and I'm behind cover. How hard can this be? Full auto. Done with that one. Get over here. Flamethrower. Alright, so the troll doesn't join us. Kind thing. Why is it red? Is he hostile? I don't know. I feel like the game just wanted to put a bit of combat into here, just for the hell of it. Alright, Rhombus, where are you? Oh, hey man. What's up? As you burst through the door, you find yourself standing face to face with a small, heavily tattooed man. Geometric shapes of all descriptions trace their way from his temples down his cheeks and neck to his shoulders. His eyes continue the motif. Each of his irises is a slanted rectangle. Rhombus looks at Isabel and sighs. If he's surprised to see her, he doesn't show it. You finally want him back, the memories that we locked away. I always knew that you would one day, but you got so hostile after the procedure, I didn't think you'd come around this soon. Oh, the memories she locked away, the reason she can't remember is on purpose. You remember how she said she couldn't remember what happened back in the walled city? Isabel glowers at him, her cheeks darkening. Oh, get bent, Rhombus. I got hostile with you because you got hostile with me. Like hell I did. I tried to give you some advice as a friend. If memory serves, you called me a patronizing bastard and slagged my deck. Was I just supposed to take that without punching back? Hang on a second. Isabel cuts in, her normally small voice growing raucous. I called you a patronizing bastard because that's what you were being. You wouldn't have taken that tone if I were a guy or an orc or a troll. You talked down to me like I was your little sister or something. Well, guess what? I'm not. Okay. Well, hold up. I talked that way to you because... She shouts over him, cutting him short. Also, punch back? That's a funny way of putting it. You tailored an ESP to troll all of my posts on Shadowrun. What kind of prick would do a thing like that? His face goes beet red and his chest puffs out. The kind whose cat you had killed, you little monster. Captain Whiskers was just a house cat. He didn't have anything to do with this. She rears back in indignation. That wasn't me. I would never hurt a cat. If I were going to have someone killed, it would have been you. Okay. Please keep going. This is good fun. I wouldn't say this is good fun, but I would just let them keep going. Anyway, pipe down, both of you. We're gonna hash this out together. You're the muscle, I take it. You and your jarhead friend over there. He nods at Duncan. She brought you along to beat the information out of me, huh? Well, yes. We don't have to do it, but we can if you want to. It's just a job, nothing personal. He scoffs at Isabel, wrinkles his nose in disgust. Typical. Yeah, that's right, I'm the muscle, so shut your mouth until tell you to speak, you're gonna have problems. Just a man with a job, and Isabel tells me that you have something that can help me do it. Calm down, I'm not gonna beat you up unless you force me to. Isabel blinks up at you, but I want you to... Let me ask you something, how many people did you kill to get to me? I mean, what kind of death toll are we looking at here? I'm assuming that the gunshots in the hall were you're doing. Yeah, we killed 3 people. No, we killed... Did we kill 3 people? Yeah, no, we killed... The troll was punching people. The troll killed 1? And I killed 3. That wasn't my choice, it's just how things went down. Yeah, that's right. And if you don't play your cards right, another gunshot could be right around the corner. No, of course not, that had nothing to do with us. Yeah, no, that's right. If you don't play your cards right, another gunshot could be right around the corner. Yeah, I've got you. His eyes dart from side to side, then he starts screaming, "Help! Security! Somebody help!" Alright, punch him. They can't hear you, Rom. You know why? Because we killed them. Now give me my goddamn key. Rhombus doesn't respond, other than to increase the pitch of his screaming. He looks like he's on the verge of hyperventilating. She glances back at you. To hell with this. Let's hit him like a piñata until the software comes out. Sounds like a plan? I don't think any of this is even necessary. You're both behaving like children. I prefer the lighter touch. This guy is terrified. Just look at him. That's the smartest thing you've said all day. Sure, what the hell. This guy's a pain in the ass anyway. I don't think that any of this is even necessary. You're both behaving like children. She blinks. What? Why do I need special skills? I've heard variants of this same argument so many times on the Matrix, I bet you can't even remember what the stupid feud started over. From what I heard, your argument started over basically nothing. You've both blown this way out of proportion. Why do I need charisma to say that? Anyway, I don't have time to work out your personal problems. Rhombus, please give Isabel the software so we can be on our way. He keys in a series of rapid commands on his PDA, then turns to Isabel, sobbing. Here, just check your inbox. You have it. Now for the sake of whatever friendship we might have had, please let me go. Isabel examines her PDA, frowning. A few seconds later, the frown turns into a smile. She nods at you. He wasn't lying. I've got the encryption key. Let's stuff him in a closet and go home. Encryption key? I thought you said that he has software that you needed. Technically I have it. She taps her temple up here in headwear storage, but I can't access it without the key, and thanks to Rhombus here, now I've got it. Isabel, what was this really about? Recovering my old memories, the one about the walled city. I still have them, but I can't get at them. Rhombus did that after I moved here. At your request, you little psycho, you begged me to do it. That's actually true. We were friends then. She looks down at Rhombus, who lies whimpering on the floor. Now we're not, and that's why you're getting stuffed in the closet. You set up on the grim task of shoving a prostrating Rhombus into his own room closet and latching the door. You managed to get him inside without having to break any bones. You'll probably have bruises tomorrow, though. The game doesn't even give you an option not to put him in the closet. Come on, SCKC, we got what we came for. Let's go home. Suddenly, an explosion of sounds fills your ears. Heavy footfalls advance down the hall. You hear shouting, the crackle of radios, the Hong Kong police force. Oh, that son of a bitch. Rom must have called the cops. He probably got a panic button or something. She casts a hateful glare at the closet door, then draws her silver gun. Get ready, SCKs, if we've got company. Oh, and now we're gonna kill a bunch of cops on the way out?